Okay.
Always.
Oh, it's
always worth listening in. Well, welcome to Team Illumination's team call today. So just a few things, just reminders that I wanted to start with for everybody. And then I just have a couple things that I wanted to talk about with you, and then you can ask any questions or whatever that I can help with. But this Thursday, Amber posted about it in the thread this morning. This Thursday is our coaching sneak peek, and it will be in our Team Illumination. I will find it. I can't remember what we named it. Like, it's either sneak peek into coaching, Team Illumination. I don't remember what we called it. And so I will find it, and I'll make sure that all of you guys are tagged in something in the group so that you can find it. And you'll want to do a call to action. I'm going to do mine like as soon as we get off the team call. So I'm going to do a call to action today for it. So that the best thing that you can do with a call to action for coaching, something like that, is to share why you love it in some way. And then you can say, we're going to do it in a group. We're going to go live in a group, answer any questions, open book, no pressure. You just want to make it a really low key thing, but something that invites people to just find out what you're doing, essentially. If you're interested in knowing how I'm doing this or what I'm doing, like, tune in on Thursday. And obviously people can get the link and they can always jump in after too. So don't feel like if somebody says, yeah, and then you tell them when it is and they say, oh, I can't get on there, and then message them and say, hey, I know you can't get on live, but I will make sure that, we put you in the group, and then you can catch the video afterward or whatever. And then a big thing that I know Jaylyn does is after she does that live sneak peek, and we'll do the same thing, but she leaves obviously the videos in there until the next one. And so that whole month, this whole next month until we do another sneak peek in June, you can invite people, like you could put them in that group. So challengers who are, doing a good job and are checking in and are doing their thing, like essentially coaching without coaching, that's when you private message those people and say, hey, you're killing it in the challenge group. And I just really feel like you could motivate other people and help other people. Is that something you've ever thought about? And then you can say, if they say, yeah, I've actually thought about it, but didn't know if I wanted to do it, then you can send them to that, put them in that group and say, oh, hey, well, we have this group where we've done, we've done a video, a live Q&A about what coaching is and what it involves and all of that. And I would, would you be, can I put you in the group and you can check it out? You know what I mean? And it's just a super natural, easy way to get more people into the group to see it. And also it's, like, without us feeling like we have to go live every day for a coaching sneak peek, like, it just means we're doing it once a month. But you can always put challengers or people in there as you breadcrumb coaching, So there's that. That's this week. And then I have to look at my calendar. Do you have your calendar right there, like written down what's next, Amber? I can't remember if it's next free group, right?
Next is the free group. The prep starts on the 12th.
Okay. So that'll be the next thing that you'll promote for. And what I would do is, like, I had 3 or 4 people, Diana, those people who didn't end up buying the challenge pack yet, let's get them in the free group, right? Like, invite them to try the free group and say, we're going to basically set it up like a challenge group, like it's going to be set up exactly like it would be. You get them on the 30-day trial of On Demand. You have all of them sign up for the free trial, but just say, I decided to, we're going to do a group, and I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do as far as, like, the personal development goes in that, because I think it's important to include that. But the daily check-ins, we'll do it. So we'll set it up exactly like we've got it in the app. I can't remember, does she do them in the app? Or does she do them on Facebook? I can't remember if she does
the free group.
Isn't the free group on Facebook? It's not in the app, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's just on Facebook. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and do that. And like we said, prep will start on the 12th. And I'm going to make sure that I'm so grateful. I'm, like, super close to Jaylyn, and I'm going to, like, get all of her resources. Because essentially I'm like, sweet. And so we'll do that, because I have 3 or 4 people that I invited that they were like, oh, I can't do it right now, or we're like, I'd want to do it in the future. I'm super interested, and it's a great way to invite them to a free group if they didn't buy the challenge pack right off, because then they get a taste of it, they get the exposure, they get the community feel, they get the prize at the end of the week, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a good way to get people excited about the potential of doing a challenge group. So let's just stick with those 2 things right now. So your first thing is call to action today, and then make sure that you breadcrumb tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday about coaching in some way in your posts. Talking about either that you're checking in with challengers, or that, you love that you got to, that you get to, I don't know, that you feel like you have other adults to talk to. Like today, like I really needed to talk to other adult people. Rough morning, really rough morning. So here I am, like, I'm so grateful for this. That's why I said to Steve, I'm like, I've got a team call, and I know it'll help me to just focus on something else for a little while, because I love being a mom, but right now it's kicking my trash. And so I feel like it's nice to have something else every once in a while that I can focus on. Anyway, so breadcrumbing. And then I'll go live Thursday, 8:30 Mountain Standard Time. So 7:30 for you guys, Amber, and your crew. And Cynthia, I know it's late for her. It's 10:30 in Michigan. So they'll, people back east, if she's got anybody, we'll just have to catch probably the recording, unless they hop on while they're in bed, which is totally fine. Do it in your PJs. Other things that I just wanted to talk about really quickly. So I just started the Josh Coates Art of Recruiting trainings and group, and it starts today, like with as far as like what I'm doing. And I already shared with Amber the requirements for that group, but it's super crazy how much more we all need to be doing in order to see our businesses move forward than what we're doing. So, like, just to share, just like briefly, but my requirements each day are to start 20 new conversations with people and to invite 10 people to something. And that is, I was just mentioning that seems overwhelming, but then I think, yeah, but if you want to have people to invite, you have to start talking to them at some point. You have to start a conversation with them, especially because none of us want to feel like we're being salesy. So starting a conversation and just being genuine and getting the conversation going is key. And then inviting to the sneak peek, because we are on this new marketing schedule. The thing that we should all be inviting to this week is to the sneak peek. So any challengers you've had previously, or anybody who's mentioned to you that they were curious about what you were doing, and anybody who likes your call to action about coaching today, you should personally message them and invite them to check out the coaching sneak peek. And then obviously just making sure that we're doing our vital behaviors is huge. So the other thing that I really just wanted to talk about, and I know I've talked about this before, but in listening to one of the modules for this training that I'm doing, there were a couple things that have really stood out to me, and I have some more to listen to today, but that I wanted to share with you guys. And like I said, I know I've talked about it before, but we've got some, first of all, new members on our team. Whoop, whoop. Welcome Melanie, welcome Christy. I know Ashley's on here. I don't think that she's been on the team call when I've talked about this, so I'm going to talk about it. And it's always a good reminder for all of us. Anyway, the 2 things that I want to talk about just briefly today are vision and mission. And what I have learned and what I'm still figuring out is how important it is to have a vision for why you want to run this business, like what you want in your life that will help drive you to do the actions that you need to do to be successful in the business. So for me, for a long time, I think it's been that I honestly, sincerely had no vision and that I wasn't driven to do the actions because I really didn't have a clear vision of the things that I really wanted. And I'm just going to ask you a couple of the same questions that he asked us. And the first of which was, what let's see, if you could, like, what are the things that you feel like you would consider to be a need or to be extravagant that you would want right now, but that you look at and you say, oh, but I don't need that, and that would be extravagant? That's one of the questions he asked. Because I was talking to my husband about this, and he has a really hard time, like, dreaming. He really does. Because I asked him, and he's like, well, we have everything we need. And I'm like, yes, we do. But I'm like, but what about that truck you want? That, yeah, is not a need, that we don't need, and that is extravagant. But, like, wouldn't it be so awesome if we could go walk in and pay cash for a truck for you? Like, wouldn't that be amazing, right? Or right now for me, you know what my vision includes? My dream home. Because at this point, the real estate market in Salt Lake is, for me as a buyer, and I'm not, like, based on what we have at this point, yes, we could get what we needed, but I won't in any way be close to my dream home unless I put in some effort. I get it, and I start making some more money so that we can save up to have more of a down payment for our dream home, right? So things like that right now for me are what are starting to really drive me, because I feel like it's okay to dream. It's okay to want more. And that's one of the other questions I wanted to bring up and just share with all of you is, like, why not you? That he says that over and over again, like, why can't you have those things? Why not you? Why can't you be successful? Why wouldn't you want that for your family? Why don't, like, what makes it so that you don't deserve that, or that your family doesn't deserve that? Kate, you can come get a drink and then you go back upstairs. There's not very much left in here. Come here, and if you come out of bed again, you're going to get something taken away. Oh boy, mommy mode, real quick. Hurry fast, because I'm frustrated because this is the second time you've already been down. Okay, go back upstairs, please. I love you. If you come back again, I'm going to take away your Elena box.
Okay, I'm not going to get out.
Don't get out of bed again, please. You need to lay down and have a rest. You and brother were up really early. So those are the questions that, like, we all need to ask ourselves, And the other one was, like, what do you want? Like, what do you want your life to look like? And this is not about, like, I want to have food on the table. Like, that's obviously something we all want. But, do you want to do you have debt? Do you want to be debt free? Like, that's something that, it can be part of your vision. Do you want is it your dream home? What is it that you want, and why? What pushes you to what's going to help motivate you? Because I promise you, it's not a rank advancement. It's not going diamond, because I've been there. I've done that. Oh, are you so tired? It's not going to eat. It's not even money. Like, not even money is necessarily, like, money goals are important. And Success Club goals are important because they're going to get you ultimately to where you want to be. But you have to have more of a vision for what you want your life to look like that's going to help you on hard days when you don't want to do it, right? That's the key here, I think, is, like, in order to be consistent and to show up even on days that are hard, you have to have a really clear vision of what you want your life to look like in order for you to push through it and to get, like, to push past the fear of rejection, of what people are going to think of me, of it's awkward for me to have this conversation because I don't know this person very well. I don't know how to invite, you know what I mean? Like, those are the things that you have to say, but really, for me to get what I want, this is what I have to do. And so I'm going to do it because because of what I want, if that makes any sense. On the other side of that is your mission, and your mission and your vision really need to work together. And the mission part of it is really, like, the legacy you want to leave. And I know, Diana, like, you are like, why wouldn't I want to pass on fitness to people? Like, why wouldn't I want to offer that to them? And that's totally part of your mission. Your mission is the legacy you want to leave. For me, like, I've really realized that it's all about helping moms for me. Like it really is, because I've felt like it's really helped to give me more of a sense of fulfillment. Not that being a mother is not like the highest calling, because I really truly believe it is, but I also feel like a lot of moms feel alone, feel isolated, feel frustrated a lot of the time, because just being a mom and getting like being in that setting all the time is so wearing on all of us, that I think we have to take care of ourselves if we're going to survive. Like sincerely, I mean that. Like, and I've seen it in my own life. And so anyway, so my mission, I'm still trying to come up with like my bottom line, like my one sentence, but is to inspire and help motivate mothers and women to, you know, to make their health a priority for the benefit and, you know, of themselves and their families. Because I really, it makes a huge difference. I'm like, I don't even know what I'd be yelling and screaming and hollering at my children if I didn't at least get my 30 minutes and my endorphins and like wasn't at least trying to take care of myself, really. Because we kind of, it's so easy to like, to let it all go and to just focus on our children and just focus on our mom duties, that it's so easy to get lost in that, and it's overwhelming and it's frustrating and it's hard. And so for me, like that's part of my mission. So anyway, what I really wanted to just make sure that all of you know is that you have to have a mission. You have to have some reason, like something that you are trying to accomplish, whether it's, you know, whatever that is, whether it's helping women, empowering people to take control of their health, helping them also to have a positive body image. That's why I'm still working on my mission, like my mission statement, because I'm like, the other part for me is that really that self-love, that self-confidence, it all plays a role. But anyway, we each need to have a mission statement that we can really stand by, and also a vision for what we want. And I could go on and on about my vision, because now I'm like, oh, like I want to take a trip. I want to go back to where I served my mission. Like I want to take my husband to Sweden and he wants to go to Ireland. And I'm like, those are things that right now we don't need, and they're extravagant. And right now we can't afford them. You know, I said, I really wanted to make a point to Steve, because he's a good provider, and our husbands, like, they are good providers. It's not about them not being able to take care of our basic needs. Right? Like we all are doing okay. Like, but I said to him, but I really want to have the flexibility and the freedom to do more, and to not be strapped, and to feel like if we want to go and do that, we can, or if, you know, and I said, and it's not about having a mansion, because I really don't want to have to clean a mansion. I don't. It's not about having this ginormous house, but on the same hand, I don't want to have to settle either, because we can't afford to have what we want, right? Like I don't want to have to say, well, because we only have this much, because I wasn't willing to work a little bit harder to make some more income, this is what we have to have in order to have this, you know what I mean? Like, so it's anyway, having a vision doesn't mean that it's like, oh, I have to have this $1 million everything, and that I'm gonna, but also it's like, I would love to do things for other people. Like I so badly would love for like to be able to do a family trip to Disneyland, and for us to have the financial means to be like, we'll cover the tickets for every, you know what I mean? Like, how cool would that be? That you could give to other people, and to, you know what I mean? So I kept saying to Steve, because here he was, I asked him what his vision was, and he's like, I want to be wise, and I want people to, you know, and I'm like, oh,
bless his heart.
Right. And I'm like, I want a nice house, and I want to be able to buy you a truck, and I want to be able to travel. I am. At the same time, I'm always thinking about to my children's future. Like, I want to be able to provide college educations for them. Yes, I want them to learn to work, and I don't want it to be a free-for-all, and I don't want them to be the entitled, you know, like, well, mom and dad will just pay for it. That's not the idea, but I want to be able to help them if they need the help, and if they've shown that they are willing to put in the work. Like, I'd love to be able to say, you know what, you've done great this this semester I'm going to pay for your housing, or I'm going to, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to be able to do those things and have the financial means to do them, whether or not in the end I end up doing it, based on them showing up and them doing what I expected them. But anyway, so having a vision, like we all need one, because it's so easy to just not do things when you don't know why you're doing it. And it's, like I said, it's not about, I love the training that I'm doing, because he's like, it's not about a rank advancement, because you can go diamond and that's great, but I've lost my diamond rank before and had to get it back. You know what I mean? And that's not, that can't be your why. That can't be your why. Like you can't just look at it and say, oh, I just want to get to this point. You have to be willing to say, these are the things I want in my life. These are the things I want for my family's life. These are the things that I want for the community, for the people around me. To be able to start like a nonprofit of, like, I don't know, or some kind of, I don't know. Anyway, like the possibilities are endless. And if you have a clear vision, it is easier to do the work. And so that's, I feel like, something that everybody needs to take a little bit of time to figure out what your vision is and really like the impact you want to make. Otherwise, it's really easy to get overwhelmed with the work of it and the fact that like it's easy to not move forward. It's easy to let fear get in your way. And so that's kind of what I wanted to like, that's where I'm at. Like, that's my, I'm really passionate about that right now, because I'm like, oh, even though 20 conversations is going to challenge me today and 10 invites, I'm like, where am I going to pull these invites out of? Like, who am I going to invite? I'm going to do it because I'm like, well, I got to move my business forward. And if I'm not talking to people, if I'm not inviting people, if I'm not willing to do that, then I can say goodbye to all the things that I want to have. Because if I don't work now, I'm not going to end up ever getting what I want in the future for myself, my family, and the people that I love and care about. And they deserve that, And so do I. Why not me? Why not? So anyway, there's my like, go get 'em today. My soapbox passionate thing for the day. So if you don't have a clear vision, if you need to work on your mission or why it is that you feel like you want to do this, then do it. And if you need any more help, like, feel free to reach out, because I've got some more resources as far as that goes. But dream big, man. And the last thing that I will say is that we all need to have bigger goals for ourselves, from like weekly goals, monthly goals. Like, we should all be hitting Success Club, and I just barely made it last month, and I'm like, right?
You made it to 10?
No, I didn't make it to 10, but okay. I got 5 at least, which I hadn't done in the last couple of months. And so anyway, but the thing is, like, we got to be thinking way past 5.
Yeah.
Right? Like, way past 5. Because you got to think in terms of how many people you're helping, as opposed to like, I need to get a Success Club 5. It's like, no. Like, I want to help 5 people this month. I want to help 10 people this month. And I can do that if I will ask enough people, if I will talk to enough people, I can help that many people. And those things, getting challengers, I swear, number one absolute thing that we need to do is be getting challengers. Like, is beginning people to commit to changing their lives to be healthier. That has to be our number one goal. Coaches, the best coaches come from challengers, hands down. Because they've experienced it, they've tried the products, they are seeing success. I have a friend right now who I'm talking to about coaching who's like, I absolutely love the community. I love every part of it. I want to be a part of it, and she's just, she's obviously got lots of reservations, but she's probably going to coach, and I think it's going to be amazing because she's already seeing the benefits of it. She's already doing it. And so anyway, we have to keep trying to invite, we have to keep inviting people. And I've been amazed, like, not everybody I invited signed up, obviously, for a challenge pack. But not one of them was rude or mean or said that they never wanted to do it. It was like, I can't commit right now, or we don't have the funds right now, but yes, I'd be very interested. Or, it was, yeah, I get paid, but not until the 5th. Get back to me on the 5th. I want to sign up. You know what I mean? Like, I have yet to have somebody really be like mean to me about it, because I'm being genuine and I am showing that I care. And personal messaging, voice messaging is totally the way to go. Because although it's not used very often, it is absolutely more personal, and people appreciate that you took the time and effort to actually talk to them. And if it's people that you don't know, I've been thinking about that too. Like, imagine, like, think about the difference that it makes for you when you hear somebody's voice. You know, like, you get to know them better. You hear their inflection. You could just tell better who they are, and you get to know somebody a lot better based on them talking to you, rather than just having them write you this message that's like, hey, you know, like, and it not that you shouldn't do it. If you can't voice message, obviously still write out text, but I would highly recommend getting out of your comfort zone and voice messaging people, in inviting in conversations. When you're explaining the challenge pack, dude, voice message that stuff, because the excitement, the passion, the conviction, it comes out when I'm talking about it. I'm like, yes, I love this nutrition plan. The containers work. Shakeology has cleared up my skin, and anyway, there's a lot more passion that comes out than me just blah, 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 this, list, blah, 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 right? So, yeah, that would be my other thing. I could go on and on and on and on, but I have a crap load of work to do. So tell me, are there any questions? Do you guys have anything?
How do you start an invite? Like, I mean, a conversation. Just do you start out with like, hey, how are you doing? Because 20 people, that's kind of that really is a lot.
It is a lot.
Like, I know, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, reaching out to like old high school friends, or like, you know, people that are more like acquaintances. So do you just be like more like straightforward, or do you like, you know, like, hey, how have you been? Yada yada yada. Like, how do you?
Yeah, do it? We were actually talking about this before you hopped on, because I was like, Amber, I'm like, how do I start conversations with people I don't really know? Like, without it sounding contrite, and without being like, the invites that you get where people are like, hey, how are you? Thanks for accepting my friend request. I'm doing this really great thing, and I want you to be a part of it. And they're selling you before they even know you. That's what you want to avoid. So what we were talking about was, Amber starts off with just saying, hey, how's it going? Like, is literally like, hey, thanks for, accepting my friend request. How are you doing today? And the other thing that obviously you can do is, if you feel like I would take a look at their profile page. If it's somebody you don't know, if it's an old high school friend or somebody you have a connection with, then absolutely just starting up a conversation by saying, hey, it's been forever. How are you doing? Like, how's your life? Essentially, like, what have you been up to? How are things going for you? I think is a totally appropriate. If it's somebody you don't know at all, I think it's probably just safe to say, hey, thanks for accepting my friend request. I am always trying to connect with new people, and how you doing? And just keeping it really sincere, genuine, and starting off the conversation that way. And obviously some people are going to reply, some people aren't, but if they accepted your friend request, then they should reply, and at least be able to say, I'm good, how are you, or whatever. And then you can go from there, take a look at their profile page, find something that you can relate to them with. Or, you might decide with some people too, that they're not really somebody who you feel like you could help. I have people like that all the time that I add, and then they post something and I'm like, whoa, that's not my target. Like, that's not somebody I would want to be friends with. You know what I mean? And then, so I just unfriend them, and then you move on. So does that help at all, Diana?
Yeah, totally. So the 20 conversations, it's not like anything Beachbody. It's literally just kind of like starting a conversation, just kind of reigniting like a relationship more or less, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Because as soon as you start a conversation with them, they're going to go look at your page. They're going to go stalk you. Literally. They will. They'll be like, oh, I don't really know her. I wonder what she's posted. Like, I wonder about her. And so then it gets you that then they're going to see what you're putting out there. So it's great. In that it
Clarice
at least opens up the conversation.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's clean.
Cool. So I have another thing. So that kind of goes along the same line. I mean, yeah, finding friends or like friending people, like same concept, like kind of just like, hey, I think the way I'm gonna go about it, like friending people, is not a weird way as far as like I don't want to just like add a ton of people, but then also like just going to their profile and like, you know, seeing if that's someone that I want to attract, but also like how do I do it? Like, it's just kind of like, hey, I'm thinking of putting like the whole mom twist on it as like, hey, I'm looking for more mom friends, you know?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And that's absolutely like 100% okay. And in the groups that you're in, like you did a post about Rory and her teething.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I would do, honestly, is I would look at who commented on your post and go look at their profile and friend those people because they interacted with you. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
stuff like that, and just be like, hey, or you can message them and be like, hey, thank you so much for your idea, or I appreciate you even just taking the time to comment on it, even though you didn't really have a solution. She's doing better. Thanks so much. You know, could I friend you? You know what I mean? Like, you could do all sorts of stuff with that. So those groups, trying to find people who you relate to and who really have connections with, that's a great place. The other thing you can do is, you know, if you're looking for, I don't know how big your friend list is. I'm getting to the like dregs of people I know from my previous life, because I've been adding people for almost 2 years to my, like, finding random people all the time to add that I knew once upon a lifetime. But if you haven't done this yet, like finding a good friend of yours, and then you click on their friends, and then you click on suggestions, and I'll bet you find 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 old friends, old people from high school, or from, you know, BYU Hawaii, or from whatever time in your life that you know and you just haven't reconnected with. And then it's easy because it's a reconnection. It's like, hey, I remember we had that class together, or hey, how's it going? It's been so long. How are things in your life? Or, I mean, that's how Amber and I got reconnected.
That's cool.
She stalked me. It's cool.
Stop it.
I have that effect on people.
That's a great idea. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a super great way to get new people. Because they're people that you know. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of them will have people that you know on the list as suggestions. You'll be like, oh, I know who that is. You may not know them super well, but you know who they are. And so then it's not nearly as awkward when you invite them, like when you friend request them.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah, it's gnarly. My back and neck are killing me.
Yeah, that's how, oh, it's weird doing it with my headphones in. That's how I add, can you hear me? That's how I add people too. I also look for, because I'm pretty much strung out. I think I have the entire 2003 class of South Lake Tahoe on my friends list.
Yes.
And so I ran out of a lot of people that I know. So I kind of just, you know, look at their pictures and go, oh, look, she has a baby, or she has kids. Or like I posted the other day to Suzanne, Jeremy gets mad when I don't invite men, so I look for men with kids. Because he's like, why are you inviting only girls? Why? I'm like, oh, God, sorry.
Well, and it's true.
So
like, there's a huge market for men. Because there's so many more women that do this than men. I'm still listening to you. Sorry, I'm just trying to wrap up my baby so I can get him to go to bed.
You're good. Yeah, I've got like 3 or 4 guys that are like, oh, it's only for girls, and oh, it's kind of interesting. Keep me posted.
Right?
People are like, there's this one guy that I think I had a crush on him in high school, maybe. And him and I have been talking back and forth for months, and he'll be a coach one day.
Yeah. So anyway, does that help you with the friend, like adding to your network?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then that's just the biggest thing. And then you just
and I
have
definitely
to put out
I try
posts.
to add at least 10 a day. Sorry.
No, you're good. 10 a day is good. So, and Josh says at least 5 a day.
Yeah.
Josh
that way
says at least 5
it
a day.
doesn't get cold. Yeah.
Hi. He's handsome. And he's just staring at me.
I want to come babysit. I'll babysit.
We're
Anytime.
moving in the year.
Are you? I know. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we just picked up a trailer. Let me show you
Did
right
you?
now.
Yeah, I want to see.
Let's see. It's out there. You see it?
Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
With the
Oh
garbage.
man. So have you put your? How did your house turn out? Looks good.
It's no, not yet. Not yet. We're about to. We're trying to clear out the shop and everything's done upstairs pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Did it turn out so nice?
It so did. Do you want a sneak peek?
Yeah, I do.
For real? You have time? Okay. It'll be quick. All right.
Hi, Rory.
Hi. Say hi.
Oh,
So we're living in the mother-in-law unit right now. So Mike's been like totally high-strung trying to move everything out. So this
gotcha.
is the mudroom.
Oh, wow.
Don't go in the garage. I know. So they redid the stairs
Oh my gosh, they didn't need to redo the stairs.
and the
Oh, it turned out so nice. Yeah,
are
they
cute.
weren't finished
Oh my
even.
gosh.
yeah. So this is the bathroom, the laundry,
Oh, wow.
this was the kids' room.
Yeah, I remember that.
And this
Oh, so
uh,
nice.
Don't touch your paint, okay? Yeah. So I think we're gonna put it on the market pretty soon.
Oh my gosh, it turned out so great.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have to do any of that, did they? Or did they have to redo the whole thing?
They redid this entire room because this was where the fire was.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, the fireplace looks beautiful.
I know, crazy, huh?
It turned out so nice.
Yeah. So we're
Oh, man.
Oh no.
in the one bedroom apartment, so we're just trying to sell it.
Yeah.
I
So
know
we
this was the master closet that I never really got to use. Yeah. And
of course.
the shower that I never got to shower in.
Oh, but it turned out.
But now we're
great.
gonna start. Yeah. We're gonna put it.
And then you're gonna just rent until you guys can leave?
Yeah, we're just gonna rent until we leave.
And his contract's up in September?
In September, yeah. So I was like, why are we moving? It's beautiful up here. And he's like, because of family. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Where are you
I
moving to?
know. It kills you.
I know. So that's it's gonna be on the market pretty soon. So Amber, I'm gonna go hold baby D.
That's right.
Better.
She's gonna come too though. Amber's gonna make a trip up here too. We'll have to do seriously when you guys are both here. When you guys are here, we'll have to do and hopefully we have a bunch more coaches. We'll have to do a retreat.
Yeah.
That'd be so
Oh,
fun. Those are so fun.
Speaking
That'd be
of
cool.
Yeah,
the
they're
Super-
awesome.
the Super Saturday in September,
Yeah.
Ashley and I are contemplating doing a trip over there.
Seriously.
Like drive down Friday night, do the Super Saturday, and come home. It's only 8 hours.
Only 8 hours.
It's only 8 hours. I only have to tie my kids up for 12 hours. It'll be fine.
Do
It'll
it.
be all
That
right.
would be awesome. That would be awesome. And you guys, I'd totally just put you up. You guys can just stay at my place.
Okay. So yeah, Ashley and I will plan it out, and then I'll see if I can get Christy and Melanie to come too.
Oh, that would be sweet. And we can just have a slumber party at my house. I don't have tons of room, but we can just throw down. We've got air mattresses and sleeping bags and stuff like that. We can
Who
just.
sleeps on air mattresses? We'll sleep on the ground.
Well, I even have a couch, 2 couches people can sleep on. And we can kick my daughter out of her bed too. So if somebody needs a bed, we can.
I call that one.
That's
We'll
a
boot
good
her.
Princess bed.
right on.
No, that'd be awesome. Okay, so this is going to kick us off. So I'm going to get off and I'm going to go get my work done.